Today guys, we're talking about the latest irons out on the market from Titleist. We are talking about the T150 irons. We've got an everyday golfer on the channel who has switched over to these irons, but we're going to talk through the benefits of these irons. Why have they brought them out? We know that Titleist have got the T100s, we know they've got the T200s, we know exactly who they're marketed for, but what are the 150s going to do for this golfer, and what could they do for you? Right, welcome Frankie back to the channel. How far have we got here, Frankie?
158.
158.
Today.
So Frankie got fitted here by Kyle, our specialist fitter. Anyone looking for a fitting, do give us a call on that number below. But you were fitted for these nice and shiny irons.
Oh yes.
Titleist T150. So we changed from what irons?
Got one here.
We've got one here.
TCB colourway to the T150 Titleist.
Right.
Changed brands and everything.
Changed brand. We sold these, sold to
I know,
Titleist.
I know.
Right guys, so we're going to be doing another video where you will see us comparing those two irons, but today we're talking through what setup Frankie's gone for with these T100s. So Frankie, 158, what club is it?
I've got an 8,
8 iron.
which I think might even be a little much, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So we've got some interesting things from this set. So we have got some new shafts in these as well for Frankie to help with his ball flight. That's why Frankie's bought them. A nice towering draw there onto the green, pin high, and gives him a chance. So Frankie, you've had these out a few times now, liking them?
Yeah, love them to be fair. Since I played a competition a couple of weeks ago and I put them straight in and they were perfect. I won round 8, 16 greens, so I was like...
16 greens.
Yeah, they just go further and they launch better and they're just better, I think.
Perfect. Well, we'll talk through that now, and that video you'll see on the channel soon. So guys, you'll see on screen the T150s do fit right in between as you would expect. So they're a little bit stronger lofted than the T100s, which are a little bit more traditional, but compared to the T200s, they are a little bit weaker. So they fit right in there. If you're wanting a little bit more speed, a little bit more forgiveness, and the same kind of look as the T100, that's exactly where these fit in. And that's something that Frankie took into account when he was choosing these. He wanted a player's looking iron, but he wanted a little bit more distance and a little bit more forgiveness. But it's left him a nice putt here on the first from my fantastic drive. Oh, he's even gone Titleist with the putter, change from the colourway. So we know that Frankie's gone T150s in his irons. Obviously now talking about the setup, we go to his 3 iron and we've got a T200 in there, Frankie.
Yes.
So that is for your driving iron, a little bit more forgiving than?
Bit more forgiving than if I got a 3 iron in a T150.
Yeah.
I've always had like a utility instead of having like a proper thingy iron, like a long iron. But
okay, yeah.
Graphite shaft, that's different. I've never had that before. So.
Okay, graphite shaft, hazardous 6.0 is it?
Yeah, I'm still getting used to it. I kinda wish I'd have gone a bit stiffer, but that's probably me just thinking I hit it miles when I don't.
Yeah, again, Carl obviously gone through Frankie's speed there. This is what we see a lot from fittings, is people, we all do it, we think we're a little bit faster and we swing it a little bit harder than maybe the numbers actually say, so we all go for that extra stiff shaft because somebody said, oh, you swing it too fast, but stiff was the right shaft for Frankie. So, Frankie, you tried the U505 as an alternative to this?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
No?
No, too clunky.
Let's see the flight from this. Nice, penetrating ball flight. Like you said there, the U505, which is on screen now, a little bit clunky. Did it launch a little bit higher?
Yeah, it launched higher and it spun a bit more, to be fair, and I'd say it went further sometimes, but it didn't really fit in with the set. It's like too much of a difference. I think if I were going to get like a 2 iron, I just want it to go miles and I get that, but I want it to still fit in.
Yeah, you wanted it to look the similar kind of shape, and obviously then it's all down to consistency as well. It wasn't as consistent. Right, we've got 235 in. This is exactly what Frankie was just saying there on the tee. He's got the same T200 out here. And this is where he felt a little bit more comfortable. He knew what kind of trajectory he was going to get. He knew he could commit to these kind of shots. Whereas with the U505, wasn't as consistent, didn't know the flight every time. That
was new.
It's a ridiculous shot.
That
and
was
that is why Frankie spent some money
yes.
being fitted and
Yes.
added that club
Boom.
into
Lovely club.
his bag. So we're just having the debate. Frankie actually thinks he's there if he went on the line of the front edge of the green.
Yeah.
But either way, very close. That's a great shot there from Frankie. But you can see there, par 5 here at Waterfront, 485 yards, and he's got there in 2 blows, pretty much, with a 3-iron. But that's why Frankie's added this club into the bag when he's not as confident with his driver. Under that head cover right there, he can drop down to this and still feel comfortable he's going to get enough distance to be able to get close to the par 5s in 2 still. This for an eagle.
Oh no.
It's good news that his 3-iron goes a long way, but the putter was a little bit short. Right, Frankie,
damn.
we're going to see this in now because
Oh.
you've left yourself plenty of work.
Damn. Alright. I'm not kidding.
Has the putter change been worthwhile? Frankie's also got some new wedges coming to fit in with this set, guys, which will be on the channel very shortly when they arrive.
Easy.
Nice birdie.
Easy.
Right, so shafts we've gone for are the True Temper AMT S300 Tall White. So Frankie had in before, he had the Moda shafts in there.
Yes.
So wasn't getting on with those. These are the lowest spinning shafts with the lowest trajectory on there. Again, one very interesting thing from these shafts is they are designed to be lighter in the longer irons and heavier in the shorter irons. So again, longer irons, that's to generate more speed, and then in the lower irons, it's to get it launching low and being able to control the flight. So very interested there that it does things to get you hitting it a little bit further, but then also in your lower irons, getting it controlled. Great shot again from Frankie. Pin high, middle of the green, so a great shot there from Frankie. So obviously changed over, Frankie, really
Yes.
happy with those.
Yeah.
We know obviously loft-wise a little bit stronger than your previous irons.
Tiny bit, yeah, but my old ones were like traditional off, so I was just making it hard for myself, really.
Yeah, so you've got a lower flight now a little bit. You've also got obviously control on your distance. Has it took much getting used to?
Not, it did the first few times, especially like out the rough and that, if you were going to get, because I didn't used to get flyers with my old ones, but with my new ones, you can get a flyer sometimes, but you know when it's going to happen, I think, if you like really look at it. But it didn't take me long to get used to, because all it is I can just, if I get into wind now, I don't have to hit like a 6-iron from 130 if it's windy. I can hit like a 7-iron or an 8-iron, well, probably an 8-iron, and you know, it's just easier.
Trust it a little bit more.
Yeah, trust it's not going to just go pew into the sky, so yeah.
Into the sky. So guys, that has been Frankie's new T150s and his T200 3-iron. Coming weeks, we're going to show you what wedges he goes with. Obviously, the setup he has got is 3-iron to pitching wedge, so he's going to be getting, is he going to be getting 4 wedges? Is he going to be getting 3? And then we're also going to put him to the test over 9 holes. What can he score with these new irons?